In this video, we'll be looking at the 2015 AP Stats free response question number 1. I'm going to assume that you've read the problem. I'm going to skip and go directly to A part. It says, write a few sentences comparing the distribution of yearly salaries at the two corporations. Well, when you're comparing distributions, one variable distributions, you should talk about the shape, potentially some outliers, the center, and the spread. You can use this acronym to assist yourself. SOX. Shape, outliers, center, and spread. All right. Well, the shape. Corporation B, you can plainly see is fairly symmetric. All right. Corporation A, a box plot is a blunt instrument for describing the shape, but you might call this right skewed. However, it's probably closer to symmetric. You can see that the length of from Q1 to the median and from the median to Q3 is close to the same. It's not a great deal difference from the median to the max as it is from the median to the min, maybe slightly greater. If you want to argue that the distribution is right skewed, I can understand that. Potentially the distribution is symmetric. I'm going to go with both distributions are roughly symmetric. Again, a box plot is not the tool one would choose when describing shape if you have an option. Both distributions roughly symmetric. And if you want to go with this corporation A is right skewed, yeah, I think you could argue that. I'd be interested to see the rubric on this one. Outliers. Corporation B has no outliers. Corporation A has 2 outliers. Corp A has 2 outliers. Okay. Center. Well, one measure of center is the median, and the median is this center line on the box. All right, and you can see that it appears that both corporations have medians that are approximately equal. The medians for A and B are approximately equal. All right. Spread. Well, range is one measure of spread, and you can see Corporation A has a greater range than Corporation B. IQR, the distance from Q3 to Q1, is another measure of spread, and Corporation A has a greater spread in that regard as well. So, Corp A has greater range and IQR than Corp B. And what we're talking about are their salaries. We should reference that in each case. The median salary. Corp A has a greater range in salary. Always attempting to use words in context of the problem. All right. This is part A. Okay, part B. Suppose both corporations offer you a job. Give one reason you might choose to accept the job at Corp A. Okay, so we're looking at B, part I. Why would we choose Corp A? Well, notice that Corp A, from Q3 to the max, there's many more. If you're in the top quarter of the distribution here, you're making substantially higher than in Corporation B. Also, we have these two outliers. All right, so if you feel really comfortable about your skills, if you're a hard worker, a hard charger, you know you're going to be performing well, Corp A is where you want to be. Okay, so since I am confident in my skills and I expect to be in the top quarter of earners, I would choose Corporation A because their top earners make more money. Okay. Well, why would I choose Corporation B? Well, Corporation B, one thing is we see a higher minimum. Maybe I'm not so confident about my skills. Another thing is we see a much greater range. Perhaps I really need to be able to predict how much money I'm going to make. Okay, so if we were unconfident in our skills, we would choose Corporation B, or we wanted to have a better prediction of our the amount of money earned. So since I am not so confident, I'm not a very good accountant. Since I'm not so confident about my ability, I would choose Corp B. Due to higher minimums and less deviation. Okay. And that concludes question 1.